Well, we're here. Let's see where here is, Dicey.
Even had a feeling, call it a hint, that her new friend Dicey would be able to open that door for her. All it would take would be a roll, or two.
Dicey!
And that feeling was correct.
Look, it's that ghost again.
Yes, I was just going to say that. But what did it want?
Did you hear? The new moon is finished. It is wonderful to finally look up at the sky at night and see two perfect moons. When it comes to the new moon, I'm of two minds. And they both love it. Oh, have you come to see our new moon? Oh, you're in for a treat.
Good morning, world! It's a beautiful day! My favorite kind!
Any second now. Oh, curse it too. Though I suppose you can't have the sweet without the sour. Attention to town. Now hear this.
The Queen is rolled or two. I repeat, the Queen is rolled or two.
Her will is now manifest. Long may she reign. Random rules.
Oh, a two! What a delightful...
Way to make a perfectly awful day even worse. Another dreary day, everyone. Just muddle through this horrid life until death finally claims us.
Shut up!
You don't belong here. Oi, what are you looking at? No, I did. We've got enough problems here without strange weirdos wandering around town. Just keep telling yourself that, kid. And while you're at it, Tell yourself that you're not missing anything by having just one personality. I seen you when the dice got rolled. You didn't change a bit. That tells us you're not from Two Town. I reckon you're a wanna, and you don't belong here. I've got nothing more to say to you, wanna.
It seemed to even that there were two sides to every story, especially here in Two Town, where even the residents seemed to be of two minds.
Hey! I've got cards to trade. Cards, cards, I got cards here, the greatest cards in the land, from my body to your hands. Yes! But was I born with a store for a body? Or did I somehow force my body to become a store? Well, you'll never know, because you'll become instantly distracted by all of the fantastic cards I have for sale. Oh, I can tell you've got an eye for cards. Always terrific to meet another connoisseur. Manny Dex, at your service. Yes, of course. It's a combination of card plus connoisseur. It's a portmanteau, you see, which I guess is itself a combination of ports and mantos. Whatever those are. Now listen, since you're a fellow connoisseur, and since business is slow, I'm going to do you a solid, mate. Old Manny Dex is going to give you a lovely binder to hold your cards in, on the house. We'll just need to teach you how to use it. Now then, what with that shiny new binder with all those blank pages in it, you're probably in the market for some new cards, eh? Well, good news! It just so happens I've got the greatest cards in the land from my body to your hands, ha-ha! And at the best prices too. Where do I... Oh, mate, if I tell you my sources, what's to stop you from turning your body into a store and setting up a competing shop, eh? Oh, I ask you. Yeah, good one, mate. I'm afraid I can't tell you the provenance of my cards, just that they're an amazing deal. Best in random, only in random. Is everyone in my family a store, you ask? Honestly, I think the answer to that is pretty obvious. Glad you agree. Then we both agree the answer to that question is pretty obvious. Is everyone in my family a stork? No, you don't think the answer to that question is pretty obvious? Well then, we'll just have to agree to differ. Mate, we're all born one way, and we all decide what we want to do with that. I was born with an interest in trading cards and decided to absolutely lean into my interest in trading cards. All the way, mate. Woohoo! No regrets. Oi, Matty Dex. Yeah, Cardiff. Oi, Matty Dex here, card enthusiast and living store at your service. Been dealt a bad hand, have you?
Even was beginning to learn a lot about this new part of random, but not, unfortunately, how to escape it. The door was
Have
locked.
you seen the upside
Perhaps
down
someone
town?
nearby
I'm building
was in
it.
possession of a key.
The flipped city in the sky. You can't miss it. It's not just me, of course. Lots of construction jobs up there. That whole site was designed by Her Royal Highness, the Queen. It's the ultimate expression of Two Town. Name's Smokey, by the way. That's it. That's exactly it. Everything must have its other half. It's only natural. Some call the Upside Down Town a mere distraction, a minor obsession of the Queen designed simply to keep us all busy. You know what those people are called? That's it. The Queen is amazing. Her ideas are amazing. The new city reflects that. It's the ultimate expression of Toontown. What it was all... meant to be. Two cities in one. I'm sorry. I'm on break now, and Smokey only gets a little time for himself, don't he? So you'll have to excuse my rudeness, but I don't have much else to say. You know, you should go see the Upside Down Town for yourself. Just be wary of the man.
It was the Queen's Royal Robot Guards. She had to think fast. She had to roll the dice.
Hey, you. Come here a tick. Question's not who I am, love. It's who you're with. That six-sided fellow by your side. Tell me about him. That ain't no dog. I think you got one of them dice by your side. See, most people wouldn't recognize them no more. They've been extinct for so long. Banned by the Queen, and she's got a terrifying black one. The only one left in all the land. Or so she thinks. I'm sure you don't. Having a dice is treason, after all. Be careful out there, love. There might not be many of us left who know what you're up to, but you can't fool everyone all of the time. See you around, kid. So, it does speak, and with the ancient dice tongue. How intriguing. Oh, feisty little one, ain't ya? No need to threaten the curious. Do say aye to the Queen. 'Queen, once she does find you, hmm?
know Dicey, but I didn't like her one bit. Look there! On the other side! Yeah, but how do we get over there? Go on, Dicey! Dicey, there! Dicey, come on!
Oh, kid! You want crispy twigs? Kids love crispy twigs.
Oh, I'm gonna cook. My sleeve, in my chest, up my nose, up me... well, everywhere. Let's trade.
To answer your question, yes, business is slow.
I want some super juice! I got super juice here!
Cellar Street Socks! Get your socks here! Cellar Street Socks! Get your socks here! Sock 2-packs, one for each of you. It's the perfect pair for the perfect pair. You're already wearing socks. Come back when you need new ones, kid. Are your parents around? Bring them back with you and tell them to bring their money. Yeah, come back with money, kid, and I'll be happy to sell you two or more socks. Seller Street Socks. Get your socks here.
Get your pre-chewed food here, smooth and silky. Food's not nice unless it's been chewed twice. Tired of mastication? Let me do the hard work for you.
Inte boje, Leipzig boy. Mo party panky, stay for painted.
Oh. I need inspiration. I'd trade my Gubblegregor for a flash of genius. I'm through Pipkin, by the way. I am an artist, but not with paints or music. My art is the art of trading, and I want to push the art forward. Trading Gubblegregors is so routine. I want to trade something that hasn't been traded before.
Say, you wouldn't be willing to trade for that costume your friend is wearing, are you?
Nah, never mind. Whatever he's dressed up as, it's too close to a dice. No market for dice costumes. They're just as illegal and forgotten as the real deal. If you ever have anything to trade, you'll come see me, right? Especially something unusual. And maybe I'll offer you something amazing in exchange. Until then... Not the... You wouldn't happen to have anything, would you? A word? Now that's interesting. I've never traded in words before. This could be a whole new marketplace. What's the word? Oh, I've heard that before. It's a common phrase, and common things don't have value, I'm afraid. No, I can't do anything with that. No trade, kid.
Help! Help! I'm being attacked by robots!
My stock is... I got a 50% off sale. That's twice as cheap as normal. Buy one, get one free. That's 2 items for the price of 1. That's a deal specifically made Cellar Street. Don't miss it.
Shroud! Get your fresh shroud! Straight out of the tube!
Dice costume, kid. Careful you don't get arrested in it. Get your food here. I've only had dice described to me, kid, but that costume is dead on. Sale on food. My grandparents told me about dice once in whispers. Never thought I'd see such an accurate costume.
The heart of Two Town was even greater and bigger and scarier than in the most outlandish stories she'd heard the Junkers tell in Wanecroft.
I love the Upside Down Town. It's a whole second Two Town.
And I can't stand them. I hate that stupid thing. It's a huge mistake. I have always been consistent in this. It sucks.
By which I mean, it rules! Yeah, that's kind of my whole thing. But one thing will always remain consistent. My love for the Upside Down Town. It's beautiful and great and...
I hate it. Worst idea we ever had.
Brilliant in both conception and execution. A
disaster in waiting that will...
make everyone happy.
To die one day so that they can escape this horrible monster city.
And then go to heaven, which will be exactly like the new Upside Down Town. You know, my doctor said the same thing. That getting so overwhelmed with the upside downs of this world all the time wasn't good for me. I called him an insensitive low roller and left, but maybe this time I should listen. Okay, have a nice
and depressing
day.
Even decided she couldn't quite keep up with Mr. Twofold.
That's a spiffy nice costume, kid. My grandmother told me about him.
Help! Help! I'm being attacked by robots!
my bacon there, kid. Look, let me repay you. With a deal. I'm looking to trade a weird-looking four-sided skull for a Gubblegregger. That'll be just the thing I need to Gubblegreg my way out of future robot trouble. What do you say, kid? You don't know what a Gubblegregger is? Forget it then, kid. But, you know, do come back if by any chance you happen to find one. You don't know what a Gubblegregger is? Forget it then, kid. But do come back if by any chance you happen to find one.
Hello! Indubitably, we're twins. We finish each other's sentences. We double each other's happiness. We share each other's husbands. We multiply each other's... Wait, what? What? You said we share each other's husbands. Yep, I don't. You've been kissing my husband? Oh my god! Two-timer! It's double the fun! Please excuse us. We need to talk about this. Sorry.
Even decided she'd already inserted herself into the lives of the twins quite enough.
That is such a creative dice costume. No way, Ronaldo. Are you seeing this?
What's a dice?
Shroud, get your fresh shroud. Straight out of the tube. That's dinner for two.
Not the... You wouldn't happen to have anything?
Cellar Street Socks. Get your socks here.
Super Juice is the only juice mixer.
Shroud, get your fresh shroud. Straight out of the tube. That's dinner for two.
words for sale. Who wants to buy a word? Here's one for free. Syzygy. I got words for sale here. Choice words. Pluviophile. It means lover of rain. That's just a free sample.
Shroud, get your fresh shroud. Straight out of the tube. That's dinner for two.
Not the... You wouldn't happen to... A word? Now that's interesting.
Who wants to buy a word? I got Cliniomania looking for a good home here. It means wanting to stay in bed.
Hello! Can I interest you in a potion? Wait a minute. I don't know you. I only sell potions to my regular customers. I don't give out my art willy-nilly. You're not from around here, are you? You must feel lost.
It would be logical to give her a summary of the town that she finds herself in.
I was getting to that. Jeez! It would be logical of me to give you a summary of the town you find yourself in. As you may have noticed, we're big into duality here.
Even though it has its not unsubstantial downsides.
By the card makers, I'm speaking, Jorid!
Split personality. Though ours is more unfortunate than most. Jared and I don't agree on very much these days.
Yes, though, more by necessity than choice. Don't tell him, but my business partner lacks the imagination necessary to...
Imagination? You're a mad scientist! You lack the business acumen, or even the base financial literacy to...
Don't start with me, Jorid. As you can see, Jorid and I are in conflict a lot. We want different things in business, in life, in love.
In that some of us don't want love because it's an illogical distraction.
And some of us want to get mad kissy.
Also, we are at loggerheads over the direction of our business. But not for long. I am working on a potion to decide this once and for all.
The manufacture and sale of potions. It takes science and creativity, which I have.
And fact and logic, which I have. Jared here does science by intuition. It's incredible. By which I mean it's literally not credible.
You know what? I have had it with your condescending and your precious logic.
An emotional and frankly embarrassing response, dare I say, cringe-worthy?
You two enjoy talking. I'm out of here. La 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 la, can't hear you. La 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 la, can't hear you.
Ah, we have a few moments of privacy. There is one thing. That potion I mentioned. I need ingredients to finish it. And I'm afraid time is of some matter because my partner is working on a similar potion. One that will lock me out for good. It's logical, therefore, that I finish my potion first. So, if you'd be so kind as to find what I need before that happens, I would appreciate it. I can barely hear you with these fingers in my ears, but that sounded like a yes? Excellent. I require 3 bloobs. Unremarkable organisms distinguished by their loud screams. Listen for their sounds, and you'll find them. And don't worry about harvesting them for my experiments. My research indicates that it is actually quite ethical and logical for me to do this. I assure you it makes no difference to them. They loathe their existence all the same. All I require is that you find 3 bloobs for me, and I'll have all that I need. Oh, and there's a mighty reward in it for you. In conclusion, what I've said is highly intriguing, and if I were you, I'd go find those bloobs. Promptly. Farewell, kind stranger.
He's gone, yeah? Perfect! Listen, before you go, that potion that we're working on, I need ingredients first to finish it. Because as soon as he gets control again, my partner is going to invent a potion to lock me out for good! There's no stopping him. It's logical. So, if you'd be so kind as to find what I need before that happens, I'd be much obliged. Perfect! Oh, perfect! Okay, I'll need 3 bloobs, same as him, but you need to give them to me. Oh, and there's a reward in it for you. I know, it's so intriguing. If I were you, I'd go find those ingredients to discover what it is.
Behold, the door to Three Town. Alas, the door was sealed shut, and only a roll of a 3 would open it. But Even's friend was 1 dot short. He could only roll a 1 and a 2, and Even would have to find a way to upgrade him.
Strange. What's up with these little guys? Well, I wonder if they could fix you.
Roll your dice and defeat all enemies. It's that simple.
seemed as though Dicey was affecting
Here
that
comes
giant
more
board game.
treasure. A slow time bubble has appeared. Treasure to the board game. A bubble that slows time has appeared. Who will win the game? We shall soon find out.
the door wouldn't open until Dicey had a third pip. Which was good, because it saved me from having to repeat myself.
Up my sleeve, in my chest,
And
up my
lo,
nose,
did the number 2 come to random, and lo, it was good. Oh dear, do I ever shut up? And lo, did the number 2 inspire all to praise the Queen for twice as long. And lo, did the Queen bless us with not 1, but 2 towns, and 2 moons rather than simply the boring one. And lo, did my other side have nothing of interest to preach. Quiet you, today is my day. And lo, did the number 2 come to random, and lo, it was good. Oh dear, do I ever shut up? And lo, did the number 2 inspire all to praise the Queen for twice as long. And lo, did the Queen bless us with not 1, but 2 towns, and 2 moons rather than simply the boring one. And lo, did my other side have nothing of interest to preach. Quiet you, today is my day.
Moana hela. Toch, kere me naha. Oh, kere moana hela.
A dice! Child! Yes, you! Come closer. You, child! I believe we can be useful to each other. Not in a direct way, but there is something else you may be able to achieve in the meantime. You see, I've noticed that you have a dice with you. Right, a good act, child. You'll need your wits to survive what's coming, I'd wager. So, let's say, hypothetically, you have a dice, which of course you don't, which means you, hypothetically, have experience in their identification and true nature. I've heard tell of a dice circulating Cellar Street. Of course, it's been so long since a true dice has been here. People don't entirely recognize it for what it is. And if these rumors were true, well, I dare say you could be the one to find it. Folks dimly sense it has value. They treat it as something rare and unique, say a fossil, not knowing its true value, its true nature. I believe someone like yourself could trade for it, or at the very least, trade up to it. Hypothetically, of course, and if you did hypothetically succeed in possessing such a dice, well, I'd be interested, and I'd make it worth your while indeed. I've heard stories around Cellar Street. There's all sorts of strange items for trade there. And if you can't find it directly, you could trade until you do. I've told you all I can. Well, except that I've heard whispers that someone is buying words, and someone else is selling them. And that would be where I'd start. Make yourself useful, child. Trade and trade until, before you know it, you've got your hands on one of those dangerous, awful, deadly dice. And then you give it to me, and I will take care of it.
I got so many words, kid. My rarest word? Ha, that's a tall order. What do you have to offer in trade? Let's hear it. Why? 7, 8, 9? Oh, 7, 8, 9. Ugh, keep that joke. I don't want it. What do you have to offer in trade? Let's hear it. What? That is worth only the most common word. Here you go. Enjoy. What do you have to offer in trade? Let's hear it. How? Oh, down, like as in duck feathers. Ah, sorry. Not a fan of puns. No. What do you have to offer in trade? I'm listening. How does a small girl like you know an adult word like that? Adlubescence. Oh, learning it is a pleasure. The breath of the essence sound, the mouth feel of adlube. Oh, the rarity of it. Oh, this is a word I can definitely sell. Tell you what, I'll give you a great word in exchange too. Oblectament. Close. Oblectament. It means a source of delight. For example, learning adlubescence is an oblectament. Thank you again, kid. It's been a pleasure doing business with you. Bye. Beautiful. Use it well, kid. Hey, here's a free sample. Halcyon. It means happy and careless.
Shroud, get your fresh shroud straight out of the tube. That's dinner for two.
Not the one. You wouldn't. A word? Now that's interesting. Oh, that is a beautiful word. Oblectament. I would like some oblectament, please. Yes, it is a good word, and that means it has value. Anything with value I can trade. Oh, this is going to be great! Let me compensate you for that word by giving you a Gubblegregor in exchange. They're very futuristic. Imagine not knowing what a Gubblegregor is. Hilarious. You're all right, kid. Good sense of humor. Here's the Gubblegregor. Just be sure not to use it in full reverse. We all know what happens then. Great, kid.
Please, trade the Gubblegregger to me. I'm sure this skull I'm offering is invaluable. It must be. It's darned old. Thank you. Here, have this, fossilized skull, I think. Strangely four-sided. It must have come from some sort of ancient extinct animal. Big Red dug it up a while back before... forget it, it's not important. But this has got to be the rarest thing in all of Two Town. Thanks, kid.
Shrug! Get your fresh shrug! Straight out of the tube! That's dinner for two!
You want a free sample of super juice? Too bad. Hey, kid, I'm running a business here. No freebies. Sorry, kid. Paying customers only. Who wants some super juice? I got super juice here. Two flavors of super juice. You know you gotta have it.
Shrug! Get your fresh shrug! Straight out of the tube! That's dinner for two!
It's a hard business to be in, selling words, but lucky for me.
Well, have you gotten the ingredients yet? I need... He means I...
Quiet down! I'm old and I'm tired, and I demand you respect that. You can't hear that, can't you? That noise! Dang it. I'm trying to sleep, and that blabbed bloob is up on my roof making a ruckus. It's those dang... Oh, I don't even know what they are. Screaming wobblies. You've seen them. Now they're up on my roof making noise. All I want to do is nap. I'm old. I've spent more hours awake than anyone, and I deserve some moments of quiet unconsciousness. You'll help me, won't you? I'll reward you or something. Thank you, little one. You've made an old man's heart want to fill with hope, which will happen as soon as this old man's ears are no longer filled with cotton to keep that darn noise down. Please don't dawdle now. Some of us are trying to sleep. Thank you, little one.
And lo, did the number 2 come to random, and lo, it was good. Oh dear, do I ever shut up? And lo, did the number 2 inspire all to praise the Queen forthright.
Oh, get him in the hand. Not him in the hand. Oh, nej, non money, no. Oh, come on, nej, na going in the head.
You've got all the pips you need already in your glass jar, child. The only hard part is attaching them. But I can't help you. A piptician needs years of training in rhetoric alone, just so they can convince those slippery things to stay in place. And you wouldn't dare trust the life of your companion with an amateur. But I do have it on good authority that a pipnician does exist in the Upside Down Town. Name, if I'm not too mistaken, of Seymour. Impossible! Let me see that. By the card makers themselves, this is a dice. Or rather, it was a dice. I expected you would, child. This poor dice has seen so much and come to such an ignominious end at the hands of Her Majesty. I want to say thank you, child. It's been so long since I've seen a dice, even one that's dead like this. That alarms you, doesn't it? Yes, dice can die. We found that out in the No Dice War. It was a catastrophe. The Queen, child, decided that she should be the only one to wield a dice, and so she waged war on them, and on those who'd wield them. And she did not show mercy in victory. When she finds out there's still a dice, and still a wielder, well, she will be apoplectic, and she is not to be toyed with. What happened here, she'll do to you and your friend here. It's not a threat, little one. It's an observation, gleaned from hard-earned experience. Hypothetically speaking, that is. But don't worry, your secret is safe with me. As for this poor dice, I'm going to return it to where it belongs, to the sacred valley of the dice. I have. It used to be so different. There are some of us who remember the old ways, child. We must stay hidden, and we must stay silent. But we exist. The valley is hidden far below Random, and far from the Queen's prying eyes. It's a crypt, a land of the dead, forbidden to all but a few will remember. I'd wager you don't fully know what you travel with. I'm glad to hear it. I hope you are. Goodbye, child. Take care and Random rules. Good luck, Dice Wheel. And you too, little dice.
And lo, did the number 2 come... It was good. Oh dear, do I ever shut up? And lo, did the number 2 inspire all to praise the Queen for twice as long. And...